Hello, World of Warships world. We are back on Narai, you and me and the mines, and these two brainlets who are bringing a double Bayern division into operations. I haven't looked up their stats, but nothing would surprise me. Let's just say that. Anything other than deep red would surprise me, actually. But yeah, so here we are on Narai. This is a replay, and the reason is that I am running out of operations that I still need to cast. I obviously have done Narai before, the CV route, and today we're going to do the transport route. And so I loaded into Narai and had this spawn, which is the perfect spawn for doing the transports. So yeah, that's where we're going to go. Of course, there's going to be the 3 ships spawning here, as per usual. We load AP because we want to shoot the cruiser Cuirassier or something. Cruiser. Of course, we are bad at aiming, so we don't manage to hit his citadel, despite hitting him 18 times. Okay, 27 times, still no citadel, because we suck. And we don't hit him at all. We got set on fire, like double fire, and we repaired it, hoping that we will not be set on fire again. In general, my gameplay is pretty poor this operation, but it doesn't matter, because it's still good enough to show you the transport route. We had the choice there, should we shoot the cruiser, should we shoot the Nicholas? The Nicholas can launch torps, so it's dangerous. You never know, right? You never know what's going to be the right choice. Nicholas dies, hooray, but he got his torps off, so we're going to take a torp as well. Not a great start, at least the New York dies. The fort is shooting us because the team is not interested in pressing the W key and taking some fire as well. And now there's the QE, of course, which we have to deal with because there will be another DD here, which will just shoot us anyway if we stay behind this island. And we have to get out from behind this island, and we have to actually kill this QE here. The torps, the QE accelerates, so you have to keep that in mind and take that into consideration when you launch your torps. Of course, I did that. And the QE should be dead here. We shoot it some more with AP just to make sure. And now we can switch our attention over to the Farragut. Elephant. I don't know if we've heard him in the past and his great memory allows him to hold a grudge against us or something. In any case, Elephant decides we are his primary target, and he's just going to pepper our broadside with HE, which is unfortunate for 2 reasons. 1, we're going to lose more HP. 2, we may actually lose our torp launchers here. Baltimore, of course, has no interest in radaring him. That would make sense, and this is why we don't do this sort of thing. We are now spotted by the fort. By the Farragut actually. So instantly, Elephant starts shooting at us again. Maybe the team can actually finish him. We shoot the other Farragut for a second there. That guy dies. Hooray, the team did something at least. And we get set on fire again. We repair the fire. And we start shooting the fort. Essentially, upon loading in, you already knew, okay, we're being told to get back the byte by yard. We do the sensible thing and ignore what the teammate has to say. Of course, we knew in the loading screen already that we were going to play with only 5 ships because the Bayerns don't count. We killed the fort. Very good. And you may have wondered back in the beginning, why did we not use our Hydro back there if we knew that the Nicholas can launch torps and this Farragut can launch torps? Well, the reason is we want to have our Hydro here because of this Farragut's smoke and torps. Firstly, we obviously don't want to eat the torps, but we also want to be able to see through the smoke screen, because the transport ships will hide in the smoke, and that can cost you precious time, which you don't really have. So we realize the Leander is gonna come out there, and we shoot him once just for funsies. The Omono, of course, had pinged here, like pay attention to that area. I don't know why, we were clearly already on the way here, and it's not like we need support, because we are fighting civilians. Yeah, we're just here to commit some war crimes. Just kill these transport ships. And essentially we hope the Omono is going to deal with the carrier. He's going that way, so it looks like he will be doing that. The Bayern is coming this way for some reason. Of course, he will never arrive in time to be useful in any way, shape or form. The Baltimore and NC are coming our way as well for some fucking reason. I don't know. Maybe they're too scared of the Missouri there. But yeah, they shouldn't be here. They should be engaging the Missouri, obviously. You can see this support ship has 43.6k health. The health of that ship depends on the scaling of the operation. People are shooting the support ships. This is not what I would recommend. I would recommend you shoot the Missouri. The NC is actually shooting the support ships instead of the Missouri. So maybe I have to change my assessment here, and we're not playing with 5 ships but only with 4. Maybe the NC doesn't count either. We obviously shoot these guys, and then we want to turn in, but we also realize that the Missouri apparently isn't dying, because clearly the NC had to shoot the transport ships, and that's much more important. So we beach here, we reverse and turn our guns towards the Missouri, but then the Bayard comes in clutch and actually starts playing the game, kills the Missouri, so that guy is dead. The Omono, of course, sat behind an island and did nothing to contribute there. But now the Omono surely will go for the CV. There's nothing else you can do, really. The Baltimore, at least he can serve as a meat shield, right? It's a full HP Baltimore, 36.6k HP. We have 46.1, by the way. So, yeah, then Mines, good ship, good ship. Is this stock HP? Do we have survivability expert? Maybe. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, any sane person would go in bow on, because the Cleveland can shoot AP, and you don't want to be sitting there broadside, but it is what it is. I was hoping he would go bow on, because we don't want to be the closest target to the Cleveland and the Wakeful, because we don't want to get shot at. The Bayard is now charging in, which means he's taking the attention of the Wakeful and the Cleveland. Our Omono is going this way, and essentially we all know all the Omono has to do is launch all his torps at the Lexington, and the Lexington will die, and it's a safe star. Easy peasy. Stars, obviously, in case you had forgotten. Destroy the transport ships. We did that ourselves, which is why we got the star. Destroy the carrier is the other star. But you cannot be on both sides at the same time, so you have to choose which star you want to get. And as you can see, the Farragut actually kills the Omono, because the Omono, I don't know, doesn't have a brain, doesn't have hands. So maybe I have to re-evaluate the situation again, and it's actually just 3 ships that are here to play, which would be the Baltimore, the Bayard, and ourselves, and we already know the Baltimore is very questionable, so maybe it's just the Bayard and us. The other stars, of course, defend the lead transport ships. It's still alive, or all transport ships are still alive so far. There's the lead one. Secure the safe landing of 1.4k troopers. We hope that we can do that. The Bayard, who charged in so bravely, is now doing a brave Sir Robin and running away again. At least the Baltimore and the NC are coming in, but yeah, this Bayern, nobody knows what he's doing. This Bayern tries to pick up the slack of the Omono and tries to kill the Lexington, but there's still a very dangerous Omaha and Farragut, so who knows what's going to happen. I do, because it's a replay, but whatever you think, you will be wrong. So we are launching torps at the Mahan because the Mahan can launch torps at us. We don't want that to happen, so we cannot take the risk of the Mahan coming around and starting to launch torps at us while we try to shoot him. So Mahan needs to die quickly. Mahan dies quickly. We also pop Hydro just to be on the safe side. Another set of torps for the Britannia. Another set of torps for the Omaha. And you will have noticed our Bayern, after beaching here, has now finally dislodged itself and is trying to come towards the base, while this Bayern is just sitting there waiting, doing nothing. Presumably because he's too scared of the Farragut and the Omaha. What can I say? It's crazy, these supposed people. Another set of torps, of course, the fourth one for the New Mexico, because we cannot rely on our teammates to do literally anything, so we just assume we have to kill all the ships here. Speaking of killing all the ships, this is so fucked up. Fuck me, it's always jumping. We kill the Jervis because why not? Now the Omaha just went past the Bayern, and the Bayern, I don't know where his guns are pointed, but clearly unable to kill the Omaha, so we have to do it. Of course we do, right? Of course we do. Someone shot the Indianapolis. Good job, guys, good job. Don't worry, I'll help you finish it off. There we go, boop. Indianapolis dead. Now we have this NC here who decides a best course of action is to go full broadside to the Colorado and on the two cruisers, so of course he's going to die here very quickly. He's going to tank a few salvos, which is nice, very kind of him. We shoot the Chapayev, we torp the Anchorage. The Anchorage can actually torp us. Not yet, because its torps aren't loaded yet, but if the Anchorage gets to about here, it will launch torps, so keep that in mind, be careful. We have this QE, which is basically the only ship we left for the team, while we dealt with the rest of them. Now we have to deal with this full HP Colorado, while our Bayern, I don't know, tries to reach the Lexington or something. Yeah, you never know. I thought I was gonna die there, but then I didn't, so yeah, now it's just pump out some more damage before we die. And that's now. So, but at least the team is able to kill the QE. The team should be able to kill the Colorado. Spoiler, they will be. But yeah, this Bayern on the pleasure cruise to bumfuck nowhere, even though it's very obvious it's never going to kill the CV. Bayern had the chance to do it, didn't do it. The Omono had the chance to do it, didn't do it. The other Bayern did nothing, beached here and then came in, is now going here. I get a bit salty in chat and I tell the team I really tried, but I couldn't be everywhere at the same time, which is true. And if you play this operation, you basically have to make the choice. Do you want to get the star killing the transports, or do you want to get the other star killing the carrier? You cannot get both by yourself. So, except I guess if you're playing something like a Bayard, you could kill the transports and then speed boost all the way up and kill the carrier, but then you're not going to do anything else. So I'm just going to say, realistically speaking, you cannot get both stars. And even then, if you could, the team would probably lose in the end zone because you are missing there. So yeah, it is what it is. As you can see here, of course, we got 3 stars, destroyed the enemy transport ships. We did that ourselves. We secured the safe landing of enough of the troopers, and we defended the lead transport ship. Pure dumb luck that it survived there, and that the other troop carriers survived with the Missouri driving into our convoy. We did not manage to destroy the aircraft carrier King. It is what it is. And we did not manage to save all our transport ships. Team score, our personal score, of course, looks decent. It's not amazing, really, but it's decent enough. It was enough to win us this operation. Can always go better, right? Team score-wise, well, yeah, the Bayerns and the Omono did not participate whatsoever. The North Carolina and the Baltimore hardly did. If you have a look at the kills, the Bayard has more kills than the other 5 people combined, and then we of course have more kills than everyone. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm at a loss for words, but I'm at a loss for words. Detailed report. You can see we did quite a bit of torp damage and bit of HE, bit of AP, nothing surprising here. These are the earnings, of course: blue booster for credits, blue booster for Captain XP, and green booster for free XP. So this is Narai. Nowadays, it's one of the more difficult operations to get 5 stars in. Back in the good old days, which are not that good, obviously, but were not that good, but you could finish this operation in 10 to 11 minutes every single time and 5-star it essentially all by yourself. Not quite. Someone would still have to go transports, but you could 4-star it all by yourself. Now that's not possible anymore. You rely more on your team. The ships that spawn in the end zone are more difficult to kill, but you can still do it. And of course, this route that we took, the transport route, is more reliable than the carrier route nowadays, more safe, I would say, because you have those islands in the end zone that you can hide behind. If you take the carrier route and you charge in from where the carrier came out, then you are out in the open, and all the ships that spawn in the end zone will have free shots at you, and you may just die there.